1971 wasn't just another year. It was the moment rock music didn't merely play through speakers, it revolutionized an era. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we are diving deep into 13 iconic rock songs from 1971 that didn't just define a year, they redefined music history itself. These aren't just legendary tunes. They're cultural touchstones that stirred the spirit of a generation, motivated fellow musicians, and forever changed the direction of rock. Whether you were around during this golden age or are discovering these masterpieces for the first time, buckle up. We're about to revisit the sound, the spirit, and the stories behind the tracks that made the world stop and listen. So pump up the volume, kick back, and enjoy the journey. This isn't just a trip down memory lane. It's a celebration of rock and roll's greatest moments. You don't want to miss a single beat. Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin is more than just a song. It's a rock anthem that continues to echo through generations. Celebrated for its layered structure and lasting influence, this masterpiece emerged from the brilliant synergy of Jimmy Page, Robert Plant, John Paul Jones, and John Bonham, who came together in 1968 to form one of the most legendary bands in history. The inspiration for Stairway to Heaven came in 1970 during a retreat to Bron Yr Or, a secluded Welsh cottage where Page and Plant sought creative renewal after touring. The recording process spanned from December 1970 to February 1971, taking place across various studios, including Island Studios in London and Headley Grange in Hampshire. What made the song truly special was its gradual evolution, from a soft acoustic intro to a thunderous electric finale, showcasing Led Zeppelin's incredible musical range. Its live debut was on March 5, 1971, at Ulster Hall in Belfast. Although it initially received a mixed reception, it quickly became a fan favorite and a highlight of their concerts, often extended to over 10 minutes with impromptu solos and improvisation. Though never officially released as a US single, the song dominated FM radio, becoming one of the most requested tracks of its time. Over 1 million copies of its sheet music were sold, and by the year 2000, it had aired more than 3 million times on radio. Many artists have covered Stairway to Heaven, but one of the most memorable renditions came from the band Heart during the 2012 Kennedy Center Honors. Ann and Nancy Wilson performed it for the surviving members of Led Zeppelin, earning a heartfelt standing ovation. This iconic piece still resonates with both musicians and fans today, a true reflection of Led Zeppelin's enduring genius. Brown Sugar by the Rolling Stones is a gritty, electrifying track that perfectly captures the rebellious energy the band is known for. Written mainly by Mick Jagger while he was filming Ned Kelly in 1969, the song was recorded over 3 intense days, December 2nd to 4th, 1969, at Muscle Shoals Sound Studio in Alabama. The track featured Jagger on vocals, Keith Richards and Mick Taylor on guitar, Bill Wyman on bass, Charlie Watts on drums, Ian Stewart on piano, and an unforgettable tenor sax solo by Bobby Keys. When Brown Sugar was released on April 16, 1971, as the lead single from Sticky Fingers, it became an instant classic and a commercial powerhouse. Over the years, the song became a fixture in the Stones' live performances, often kicking off concerts with raw power and energy. It was a prominent feature during their 1972 American tour, and continued to be a fan-favorite live staple for decades. However, due to ongoing debates around its lyrical content, the band decided to remove it from their setlist during the 2021 No Filter tour. In 1971, even Little Richard gave the song his own spin, recording a version for his album The King of Rock and Roll, further proving its broad musical influence. Brown Sugar remains a striking example of the Rolling Stones' fearless approach to songwriting, combining provocative themes with irresistible grooves that etch themselves into rock's DNA. Baba O'Reilly by The Who stands out for its groundbreaking fusion of electronic and rock elements and its powerful resonance across decades. Released in 1971 as the opening track on Who's Next, this song was the brainchild of guitarist Pete Townsend, who wanted to experiment by integrating synthesizers with traditional rock instrumentation. Its hypnotic opening sequence set the stage for a new kind of sound, one that was both bold and experimental. Over time, Baba O'Reilly became a hallmark of The Who's live shows, frequently used as their set opener and known for its high-octane energy that left audiences buzzing. The track became culturally iconic, making its way into television and film, most notably as the theme for CSI NY. Interestingly, it was never released as a single in the US or UK, yet still found its way into the charts internationally, further showcasing its global reach. Many artists have paid tribute to its power by covering it live, none more famously than Pearl Jam, who delivered a thunderous rendition at Madison Square Garden in 2003. Baba O'Reilly remains a shining example of The Who's willingness to push boundaries and create something truly revolutionary, a perfect blend of heart, power, and innovation. Life on Mars by David Bowie is a mesmerizing piece from his 1971 album Hunky Dory, admired for its lyrical mystery, rich instrumentation, and unforgettable vocal performance. This song holds a unique origin story. Bowie was inspired after hearing the song Comme d'habitude, which was later rewritten into My Way by Paul Anka and famously sung by Frank Sinatra. Bowie, feeling creatively stirred, decided to craft his own version, a sort of satirical reply, and from that came Life on Mars, a glam rock-infused blend of cabaret flair and avant-garde sophistication. The track's lush arrangement and surreal imagery highlighted Bowie's artistic depth and emotional range. To promote the song, a visually striking music video was produced by Mick Rock, featuring Bowie in a turquoise suit set against a plain white backdrop. This minimalistic yet bold aesthetic became a signature part of Bowie's early 70s persona. The song's influence extends far and wide, with covers by artists like Barbra Streisand, Trent Reznor, and Atticus Ross, each adding their own spin while respecting the song's timeless appeal. Life on Mars continues to hold a special place in Bowie's discography, reminding us of his fearless creativity and lasting mark on modern music. John Lennon's Imagine isn't just another song. It's a timeless anthem that paints a vivid picture of a world living in unity, free from conflict and division. With the famous line, "Imagine there's no heaven," the song challenges listeners to consider a world where barriers of religion, nationality, and possessions are erased. Released in 1971 as the title track of his second solo album, Imagine has come to symbolize global hope and collective human dreams. The roots of Imagine lie in Yoko Ono's conceptual art, particularly her 1964 book, Grapefruit. Lennon himself acknowledged that many of the song's ideas were inspired by Ono's avant-garde creativity. The recording was done at Lennon's personal studio, located at Tittenhurst Park in England, with additional musical enhancements added later at the record plant in New York City. Over the years, the song has cemented its place as a cultural cornerstone, frequently reappearing in media and being performed at global events promoting peace. Artists from countless genres have covered the track, making it a universal call for unity. The accompanying music video holds just as much iconic power. Shot at Lennon's estate, the video features him at a white grand piano in a completely white room, while Yoko Ono draws open the curtains, symbolizing the light of hope and spiritual awakening. Even 5 decades later, Imagine continues to strike a chord with people from all walks of life, proving its message of peace is as relevant now as it was in 1971. Riders on the Storm by The Doors released in June 1971, is a dark, hypnotic track blending psychedelic rock with jazz and art rock elements. It holds a unique place in music history as the final song recorded by Jim Morrison before his tragic death in July of that same year. The song was born during a jam session where the band riffed on Ghost Riders in the Sky, a 1948 country tune by Stan Jones. During that session, Morrison improvised the line "Ghost Riders on the Storm," which soon evolved into the haunting song we know today. Musically, the song is defined by Ray Manzarek's moody electric piano, Robbie Krieger's gentle but powerful guitar work, and John Densmore's steady drumming. The addition of rain and thunder sound effects heightens the song's eerie and atmospheric quality. Morrison also recorded 2 vocal tracks, one sung and one whispered, layered together to create a ghostly echo effect that still gives listeners chills. Over time, Riders on the Storm has been covered by many artists, including a well-known version by Snoop Dogg featured in the video game Need for Speed Underground 2. The song remains a testament to the Doors' innovative style and Morrison's poetic brilliance, continuing to enchant audiences with its mysterious tone and introspective lyrics. Black Sabbath's Children of the Grave, from their 1971 album Master of Reality, is a hard-hitting track that combines thunderous guitar riffs with socially conscious messaging. As part of the band's ongoing commentary on war and peace, also reflected in songs like War Pigs and Electric Funeral, this track stands out for urging the younger generation to rise against war and stand up for peace. Recorded at Island Studios in London, the song showcases Tony Iommi's signature guitar work and Ozzy Osbourne's unmistakable vocals. Its relentless rhythm and powerful lyrics made it a crowd favorite and a staple in Black Sabbath's live shows. A particularly memorable performance took place at the California Jam Festival in 1974, where the band delivered the song to a massive audience with intensity and conviction. Children of the Grave has inspired artists from across the musical spectrum, with covers by bands like White Zombie, Havoc, and Jazz Sabbath. Its urgent call for a better tomorrow, spoken through the lens of heavy metal, continues to resonate deeply with fans, securing its place in the pantheon of metal classics. Roundabout stands as one of Yes's most iconic tracks, showcasing the band's progressive rock brilliance and technical mastery. Released in January 1972 on their 4th album Fragile, the song quickly became a career-defining hit and a staple of their live performances. The idea for Roundabout came during a 1971 tour, while the band was traveling from Aberdeen to Glasgow. The numerous roundabouts they encountered on the journey sparked lyrical inspiration for John Anderson and guitarist Steve Howe, who began crafting the song's structure while on the road. Since its release, Roundabout has been performed at nearly every Yes concert and featured prominently in pop culture. It appears in the video game Rock Band 3 and the movie School of Rock, where Jack Black enthusiastically praises Rick Wakeman's keyboard solo, calling it his favorite. With intricate arrangements, thought-provoking lyrics, and an unforgettable sound, Roundabout remains a cornerstone of progressive rock, demonstrating Yes's bold musical vision and technical artistry that continues to inspire generations of musicians and fans alike. One of George Harrison's most beloved solo tracks, What Is Life, is a joyful and soulful expression of spiritual curiosity mixed with pop and soul influences. Released in 1971 as part of his groundbreaking triple album All Things Must Pass, the song helped solidify Harrison's success as a solo artist following his time with the Beatles. Originally written in 1969, Harrison intended the track for friend and Apple Records artist Billy Preston, but ultimately decided to include it in his own album after feeling it better suited his style. A notable live version was recorded at Tokyo Dome in December 1991, featuring Eric Clapton and his band, and was later released on the 1992 album Live in Japan. While specific sales figures for What Is Life are difficult to track, the song's presence on the multi-platinum All Things Must Pass and its continued popularity on streaming platforms like Spotify and Apple Music reflect its enduring success. With its uplifting melody and introspective lyrics, the song remains one of Harrison's most celebrated works, blending his spiritual perspective with universal appeal. What Is Life stands as a shining example of George Harrison's brilliance as a songwriter and his talent for weaving profound philosophical ideas into the framework of pop music. This track's widespread success played a crucial role in establishing Harrison's unique voice as a solo artist, distinct from his Beatles legacy. Even today, the song continues to strike a chord with audiences around the globe, speaking to its timeless relevance and emotional power. Bang a Gong, Get It On remains one of T-Rex's most iconic and influential songs, a landmark track that came to define the glam rock era of the early 1970s. First released in July 1971, it became a breakout hit for the band and catapulted frontman Mark Bolan into the stratosphere of rock stardom. Bolan penned the song during the group's US tour earlier that year, drawing inspiration from Chuck Berry's Little Queenie. He mirrored the riff and even ad-libbed the line, "And meanwhile I'm still thinking," during the track's fade-out. The recording took place at Trident Studios in London, and Bang a Gong quickly became a staple of T-Rex's live shows, often highlighted by the flamboyant theatricality that defined glam rock. The song's influence reached far beyond the music itself. Bolan's extravagant image and sound helped shape the glam aesthetic, inspiring fellow icons like David Bowie and laying the groundwork for future acts. Numerous artists have covered the song, including Blondie, U2, and Elton John, adding to its enduring legacy. Bang a Gong, Get It On remains a defining anthem of the glam rock movement, capturing Mark Bolan's creativity and the bold, glittering spirit of the genre. Its energy and allure continue to inspire musicians and enchant fans worldwide. I'm 18 is a defining track from American rock legends Alice Cooper, released in November 1970. This raw and rebellious anthem marked the band's first major hit and served as their breakthrough into the mainstream rock scene. It also helped shape the growing hard rock and glam rock landscapes of the early 70s. The track evolved from an 8-minute jam session, which producer Bob Ezrin expertly trimmed into a focused 3-minute powerhouse. With its moody guitar arpeggios and gritty emotional vocals, the song perfectly captures the internal conflict of adolescence, torn between innocence and adulthood. Baby's brain and an old man's heart encapsulates this transitional angst. Recorded as part of their third album, Love It to Death, I'm 18 not only boosted album sales, but also convinced Warner Bros. Records to invest further in the band. Alice Cooper's on-stage persona added to the track's notoriety. A particularly memorable performance took place on Germany's Beat Club in 1972, where Cooper appeared in a Wonder Woman t-shirt, whiskey bottle in hand, theatrically announcing different ages before launching into the song. I'm 18 has since become a rebellious anthem for generations of youth, securing Alice Cooper's place in rock history and influencing countless bands across musical genres. Aqualung is one of the most powerful tracks ever recorded by Jethro Tull, serving as the centerpiece of their 1971 album of the same name. Though it was never released as a single, the song has become a fan favorite and a constant presence in the band's live performances, earning its status as a classic within the progressive rock genre. Written collaboratively by frontman Ian Anderson and his then-wife Jenny Franks, the lyrics paint a raw and vivid picture of a homeless man, reflecting the album's themes of societal critique and human observation. The recording sessions spanned from December 1970 to February 1971 at Island Studios in London. Notably, Led Zeppelin was recording their legendary fourth album in the same building at the time. Aqualung became a staple of Jethro Tull's concerts, frequently featuring extended solos and inventive arrangements. Its popularity has led to its appearance in numerous live albums and concert films. The song even found its way into the modern era through video games like Rock Band 2, where it was made available as downloadable content, introducing it to a younger audience. Though never a single, the Aqualung album was a major commercial hit. The track itself is a testament to Jethro Tull's inventive musicality, fusing rock with introspective storytelling and complex composition. Its enduring appeal continues to inspire musicians and captivate listeners decades after its release. Statesboro Blues holds a prominent place in the musical legacy of the Allman Brothers Band, thanks to its powerful slide guitar and its defining role in the Southern rock genre. Originally written and recorded in 1928 by Blind Willie McTell, the song was reborn when the Allman Brothers electrified it into a rock masterpiece. Their most celebrated version was captured live at the Fillmore East in March 1971 and included on their breakthrough live album at Fillmore East. Duane Allman's slide guitar opening, described by Rolling Stone as moaning and squealing, is revered for both its emotional depth and technical brilliance. Statesboro Blues became a fixture of the band's live shows, showcasing their ability to improvise and seamlessly play off one another's energy. The song remained a fan favorite throughout the years, with later versions featuring the band's continued evolution and different lead slide guitarists. Although it was never released as a standalone single, its inclusion on the At Fillmore East album contributed immensely to the record's commercial and critical success. That album is now considered one of the greatest live recordings in rock history. For their profound contributions to music, the Allman Brothers Band was honored with a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, and Statesboro Blues remains a shining example of their artistry and the soul of Southern rock they helped define. And there you have it, 13 legendary rock tracks from 1971 that didn't just echo through speakers, they made history. These songs, from thunderous guitar riffs to soul-stirring lyrics, prove that rock music could be more than just sound. It could be a revolution, a movement, and a memory. If this video brought back nostalgic vibes or introduced you to some hidden gems, don't forget to hit the like button, share your favorite track in the comments, and subscribe for more deep dives into the music that shaped generations. This is just the beginning. More stories, more legends, and more unforgettable tunes are coming your way, right here on Vinyl Vistas. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, keep growing, keep rocking, and we'll see you in the next one.